Hello lovely people, and welcome back to this week's new video. Today I want to talk about my reading goals for the new year, as well as some of the January releases that I'm looking forward to, even though it's already halfway through January. This is my Bujo. I've shown it in my last video as well. I already decorated her on my Instagram if you want to see that. I made a 2026 bingo board. Last year I kept my goals for my life in general and reading separate, but this year I thought that I might as well do a little cute, fun, interactive bingo board, and so I thought I would share what I have. Not everything, but I think some goals from my life as well, and then we can get into the books that I'm excited for in January. Getting into the goals that I have for this year first. The reading goal that I have for this year is to read 100 books yet again. It was the same as last year. I surpassed it by 2, but mostly because I was reading like middle grade books and having fun reading nostalgic books in December. I think I read like over 20 books trying to catch up on my goal. So far, I'm doing pretty good. I think I'm on track to finish my 3rd book of the year today, so I'm still doing good. I'm on track, not behind just yet. After that, let's see, I decided to mix up the reading ones with the life ones so that it won't be too easy to get a bingo. The next one was to read 7 nonfiction books. I lowered that goal because last year I had it as 10 books and I only read 4, so I want to be a little bit more realistic. Right now on my shelf, on my like physical TBR, I believe that I have at least 3 nonfiction books that I would like to get through. I have a few like memoirs possibly that are being released this year that I might be interested in, or like nonfiction books that I'm interested in, and just to diversify my reading because I don't read too much of nonfiction, obviously, I would like to read at least 7. 7 feels like a safe goal, lower than 10, but not too easy. Right now, I think I have 44 books on my physical TBR. I counted. It is a little bit higher than what it was last year because of books being sent to me and book of the month books that I'm now behind on. To be nice to myself, I would like to read at least 12 of those. I know that's not a lot, but I think trying to do at least 1 a month is going to be more manageable because I am very much a mood reader. I can definitely shop on my own shelves, but I do also love the library, and I have many books on hold at the library, so hopefully I can get this done. Again, like I said, I have many books that I'm behind on with book of the month, so I would like to get through the ones from last year first. They're already like on a huge towering pile on my desk. Same as last year, I have a goal of reading at least 1 book in Japanese. I do have one on my TBR that I've been looking forward to. I bought it last October when I visited my mom there, and it's like another like a thriller that I'm really looking forward to, so I hope that it's enough of a challenge for me to get through, but not too much of a challenge that it takes me too long to get to. And I am going to be going back to Japan again this fall to get married there in front of Koda and I's family, so I think I would like to pick up another book then, so hopefully I will be able to finish it before the fall. Similarly, I also had this goal. You'll hear this a lot, but a lot of these goals I have throughout like the years. I feel like that is what works for me, so it's to read my book of the month books in the month that they come. I have opted to skip January this year, which I typically will do. I don't buy every month, especially since I am doing a no buy year, which I will touch on that a little bit too, but I skipped it since I have so many books that I'm behind on. It will give me an opportunity to catch up, though I am not adding the book of the month challenges that they have on their app as part of my personal goals this year. It's still fun to be able to fulfill them and to read what I have on my TBR as well, so it bangs out like a bunch at one time. The next goal is to complete a book series. That's very vague because I'm in the middle of many book series. Namely, I would like to finish the Throne of Glass series because I've been in the middle of it since like 2021, and that's just really long. It's not that I don't enjoy the series, especially since I have attempted to like vlog me reading the entire series. I feel like it's just time to get through it all since I do have the entire box set. I have a lot of other series that I'm in the middle of. It is a video series that I have here on my channel as do other booktubers, so if you are interested in seeing that, I will have that playlist linked down below, and if you are interested in seeing more videos like that, please let me know. It would encourage me to do them more often because there's just too many that I'm in the middle of. I think it's definitely over 20. And to touch on the no buy year, I have a whole other like list of that right here of the rules for myself in terms of books, which probably should be goal like rule number 10 on here that I should add is that I obviously can't buy books because it's not a necessity or a repurchase. I think I will allow myself to buy another book in a series that I currently already own on my shelf that's new, or that I'm like gonna be reading right away, or if it is an a highly anticipated read of an author who is already on my shelf. Like anything new, I don't want to. Anything that I don't think I'm going to love incredibly, I can definitely utilize the library for that. I also am a Dutton partner, so they kindly send me books. Now we can get into the January releases that I'm excited for. There's actually not a lot. There's 4 that I have that haven't been released, or like not yet at least, right now when I'm filming this. And then I have 2 on my shelf that Dutton has kindly sent me that I can talk about as well. The first one is Alice Feeney's My Husband's Wife. This is not one that I'm going to be buying, but Alice Feeney is definitely someone who has continued to be on my radar. Some of them are hits and some of them are misses, but this one is also the Book Troop's January pick. The holds list on it is so long at the library, so I don't know how realistic it is for me to read it for this month without like me actually purchasing it, but that's definitely something that I've added. It is a psychological thriller. It said 1 house, 1 husband, 2 women, someone is lying, and I feel like I don't need to know more than that. The next book is a debut actually. It's Jeanette McCurdy's Half His Age. I really enjoyed her memoir. I'm glad my mom died, although when my mom saw it on my desk, she was not very happy about it. I had to explain to her what the whole memoir was about. I'm excited to see that she's going to be writing. I hope that it's not a ghostwriter though. I think that would be quite disappointing, but it does seem like an interesting plot. It's like sort of coming of age. She's 17, finding your way in the world. I also have on my list Rachel Hawkins's The Storm. A writer's coming into town to the Rosalie Inn to research a crime for his new book. This crime, I think a murder that occurred at the inn, like really put them on the map, and they're hoping, in like a bad way, and they're hoping that this book will bring in more people. But what the owner is now realizing is that the crime writer has brought along Lo Bailey, who has also come with the writer to clear her name for this crime. The last one that I'm actually most excited for, and probably the one that I will be buying, is going to be Future Saints by Ashley Winstead. I love Ashley Winstead. I love both her romance and her thrillers. She actually has 2 books coming out this year. I believe that her thriller is coming out in July, and I'm very much looking forward to that. I will be purchasing this one. I think it's releasing on January 20th. This was actually a book of the month pick that I opted out of buying. That was the one that I was most interested in, but I didn't want a book of the month copy, so I think I'll go to the bookstore before work or something as a little treat. If I could buy it with cash, even better, right? Girl math. It's very similar to Daisy Jones and the Six, which I liked-ish. And the last 5 years, Rebecca something, I think is what it was compared to. But it's about friendship, love, grief, your past catching up to you, like sisterhood. I just knew as soon as she was talking about it that I wanted to read it. I have 2 books on my physical TBR that Dutton kindly sent to me. This one, I think by the time that this video is coming out, is already out because it was supposed to be January 13th. That's not this one. It should be Into the Midnight Wood by Alexandra McCullum. This is a whimsical queer romance, so it's already out. Do you not just love how beautiful this cover is? Like I said, a whimsical queer romance about 2 mismatched roommates whose fragile and definitely not romantic at all balance is upended by an impending family wedding and an otherworldly danger in the nearby enchanted wood. So it's a little bit fantastical, a little bit queer, a little bit romantic, and I just really love how soft and vibey this cozy like little cover is. So I will definitely be getting to this, I think, for the fresh week, and then I can make a post about it. This is so cute. I feel like it's really giving like really cute fall vibes. The other book that's publishing next week on the 20th is The Society by Karen Wynn. It actually came with like this placard, this little invitation. I kind of liked the presentation of this. It says, "Old money, new secrets. Welcome to the Knox." Vivian is born into old money Boston, but her family fortune vanishes, and obviously so does her very curated way of life. And she turns to an old family legend that ties her to the Nox and its inheritance so that she can get a way into that society. But she doesn't expect the entry to come in the form of Peter, a Nox insider with movie star good looks and just enough roughness to his charm to make Vivian weak in the knees. But then there is also a newcomer, Taylor. She's a young nurse eager to leave her humble past behind, and when Vivian ends up in the ER after a suspicious fall, Taylor is instantly captivated by her presence, and when Vivian abruptly disappears, Taylor is searching for her in the Nox. I guess it's like her going undercover to figure out what happened to her. It is a pretty chunky book. I will probably get into maybe these two in the same vlog, so that would be fun. They're kind of big. Okay, anyway, that's what I'm looking forward to. I'm not someone who is very good at keeping up with new releases and what's coming out, so if you have any on your radar that you'd like to share with me, please let me know. I definitely have a few, but a lot of them are coming out over the summer because I love thrillers, or in like February. BK Borison's new book, anybody? Oh, okay. Some of the life goals that I have are to journal once a week, to purge. That's a new series that I'm doing on my Instagram and that I've been posting on shorts as well, is to every week get rid of 10 things. So I'm posting those on every Sunday. I encourage you to try as well. I'm moving this year, hopefully, probably, so I want to make sure that I can get rid of all of these unnecessary things and that I don't have to do it all at once. I'm also working on my flexibility again. On top of like working out 3 times a week, I want to make sure that and keeping my body limber. I am getting older, obviously, but I also used to dance when I was younger, so I definitely have something still there, and it feels weird that some days like I could barely touch my toes, so I would like to work on my flexibility as well. I am going to be running my 10K. I still want to continue running, although I did injure myself at the end of last year. I think I'm gonna do like a personal 10K before training for the half marathon like next year, when my schedule is gonna be a little bit more open. Maybe I'll make more running and like reading content. But yeah, I love flipping through my Bujo so far. I think I'll try to include it in a vlog or something. Let me know how your year has been going so far, what you're most excited for, what you've been reading, and I'll see you all in my next video. Thank you so much for watching. Bye!